What if the 2026 Tesla Model Y isn't just another EV, but the one rewriting what a family electric SUV can be? Today, we're breaking down its real-world range, its upgraded performance, its tech surprises, and the problems Tesla still hasn't solved. Stick around, because the biggest advantages and the biggest drawbacks show up where most people never look. Updated 2026 exterior design. The 2026 Model Y opens with a sharper attitude, and you see at the moment those slimmer headlights light up. The new full-width LED bar gives the front end a wider, more planted look that makes the whole SUV feel more upscale than before. However, the greatest contrast lies in the cabin, where the minimalist layout meets richer materials and quieter acoustics. The result is a space that feels more grown up without losing Tesla's signature simplicity. Moving beyond the cabin, let's finally talk power, because the updated design isn't the only thing pulling weight. The dual-motor setup still delivers quick, confident acceleration, and the revised suspension helps smooth out daily driving without dulling its sharp responses. But this engineering comes with a cost, and that's where the final verdict settles. Refined interior materials. The 2026 Model Y opens with a familiar silhouette, but the updated bodywork gives it a cleaner, more composed look on the road. The tighter panel lines and sharper lighting signatures create a first impression that feels more deliberate than previous years. However, the greatest contrast lies in the cabin, where the refined materials immediately change the tone. Softer surfaces, tighter stitching, and better insulation work together to elevate comfort while cutting down road noise. It feels calmer, more solid, and more mature. Moving beyond the cabin, let's finally talk power, because the drivetrain still carries Tesla's trademark urgency. Acceleration remains quick, and the revised suspension keeps the ride controlled without losing that electric punch. But this engineering comes with a cost, especially as pricing edges toward luxury territory. Ventilated front seats. The 2026 Model Y starts with a cleaner, more sculpted exterior that gives it a sharper presence on the road. The updated lighting and tightened body lines help it look more refined without losing the familiar silhouette. However, the greatest contrast lies in the cabin, where comfort takes a noticeable step forward. Higher trims now offer ventilated front seats, and they make a real difference on long trips. The cooling effect keeps fatigue down and gives the cabin a more premium feel, especially in warmer climates. Moving beyond the cabin, let's finally talk power. The dual-motor setup still delivers the instant shove Tesla is known for, while the revised suspension smooths out daily driving. It's quick when you want it, calm when you need it. But this engineering comes with a cost, and pricing continues to nudge upward. Central touchscreen-only control layout. The 2026 Model Y opens with a cleaner, more modern exterior that sharpens its look without changing its familiar proportions. The updated lighting signatures and tighter bodywork give it a more polished presence. However, the greatest contrast lies in the cabin, where Tesla doubles down on its minimalist approach. Almost every function runs through the central touchscreen, from climate and mirrors to lighting and drive settings. It creates a tidy, button-free layout, but it also asks you to rely on the interface for nearly everything, which reshapes how you interact with the car. Moving beyond the cabin, let's finally talk power, because the drivetrain still delivers strong acceleration and a smooth, composed ride. The dual-motor setup keeps the Model Y quick and predictable in everyday use. But this engineering comes with a cost, and pricing continues to inch toward premium territory. Dual-motor all-wheel drive system. The 2026 Model Y opens with a cleaner, more assertive exterior that sharpens its stance without abandoning the shape everyone recognizes. The updated lighting and tighter panels help it look more refined from every angle. However, the greatest contrast lies in the cabin, where the minimalist layout is paired with a quieter, more polished interior. The touchscreen dominates the dash, but the materials and insulation now give the space a calmer feel. Moving beyond the cabin, let's finally talk power, because this is where the dual-motor all-wheel drive system steps in. On both the Long Range and Performance trims, the setup delivers strong traction, smooth launches, and confident control in all conditions. It gives the SUV a balanced mix of speed and stability that's easy to enjoy every day. But this engineering comes with a cost, as pricing edges higher. Quick acceleration. The 2026 Model Y opens with a sharper, more refined exterior that gives it a stronger presence on the road. The streamlined lighting signatures and tightened bodywork help the SUV look cleaner and more intentional than before. However, the greatest contrast lies in the cabin, where the minimalist layout is paired with better insulation and more thoughtful materials. It still feels modern and simple, but now with a calmer, more composed atmosphere. Moving beyond the cabin, let's finally talk power, because this is where the Model Y shows its real personality. The Long Range AWD trim delivers quick acceleration, launching from 0 to 60 in about 3.9 seconds. It's a surge of instant torque that feels effortless and controlled, making everyday drives more engaging without trying too hard. But this engineering comes with a cost, especially as pricing edges closer to premium rivals. Large cargo volume. The 2026 Model Y starts with a cleaner, more sculpted exterior that gives it a sharper, more mature look on the road. The updated lighting and tighter body lines help it stand out without drifting away from its familiar shape. However, the greatest contrast lies in the cabin, where practicality takes center stage. The large cargo volume makes the Model Y surprisingly flexible, whether you're packing for a road trip, handling daily errands, or moving family gear. It's the kind of space that quietly becomes indispensable. Moving beyond the cabin, let's finally talk power. The dual motor setup still brings strong acceleration, and the updated suspension smooths out rougher roads to keep the ride controlled. But this engineering comes with a cost, especially as pricing continues creeping into premium territory. Over-the-air software updates. The 2026 Model Y opens with a sleek, refined exterior that sharpens its stance without straying from the signature Tesla silhouette. Tighter panel gaps and updated lighting make it feel more polished and intentional on the road. However, the greatest contrast lies in the cabin, where technology becomes the centerpiece. Over-the-air software updates now add new features and refine driving behavior over time, keeping the car fresh and improving the experience long after purchase. It's a living interface that evolves with you. Moving beyond the cabin, let's finally talk power. The dual motor system still delivers confident acceleration, while the suspension balances comfort and agility with ease. But this engineering comes with a cost, as the price edges into premium territory. Access to Tesla's fast supercharger network. The 2026 Model Y opens with a sharper, more refined exterior that gives it a confident presence on the road. Updated lighting and cleaner panel lines make it feel both modern and purposeful. However, the greatest contrast lies in the cabin, where Tesla's technology quietly takes the spotlight. Beyond the touchscreen interface and premium materials, the car offers seamless access to Tesla's supercharger network, ensuring reliable, long-distance charging that removes the usual range anxiety. It's an infrastructure advantage that turns road trips from stressful to straightforward. Moving beyond the cabin, let's finally talk power. The dual motor setup still delivers quick acceleration, while the refined suspension keeps daily driving comfortable and composed. But this engineering comes with a cost, pushing the price toward premium territory. Revised suspension tuning. The 2026 Model Y opens with a refined exterior that sharpens its profile and gives it a more confident stance on the road. Updated lighting and tighter panel lines help it look modern without losing the silhouette Tesla buyers know and expect. However, the greatest contrast lies in the cabin, where the ride experience has evolved. The revised suspension tuning smooths out bumps and road imperfections better than previous Model Y versions, delivering a ride that feels composed, controlled, and effortless. Moving beyond the cabin, let's finally talk power. The dual motor system still provides brisk acceleration and precise handling, blending performance with everyday usability. But this engineering comes with a cost, as pricing nudges toward the premium segment. 3 trim lineup. The 2026 Model Y opens with a sleeker, more composed exterior that immediately signals refinement and purpose. The updated lighting and tighter panel lines give it a polished, modern presence without straying from the signature Tesla silhouette. However, the greatest contrast lies in the cabin, where choices define the experience. The 2026 Model Y comes in 3 trims: Standard, Long Range, and Performance, each offering different power levels and driving range. This flexibility allows buyers to prioritize efficiency, everyday usability, or track-ready acceleration, making the SUV adaptable to a wide range of lifestyles. Moving beyond the cabin, let's finally talk power. Even the base trim delivers smooth, confident acceleration, while the Long Range and Performance variants offer sharper, more exhilarating performance. But this versatility comes with a cost as pricing rises across trims. Starting price. The 2026 Model Y opens with a sleeker, more confident exterior that immediately catches the eye. Tighter panel lines, updated lighting, and subtle design tweaks give it a more refined presence while maintaining the signature Tesla silhouette. However, the greatest contrast lies in the cabin, where comfort, technology, and versatility converge. High-quality materials, a minimalist dashboard, and intuitive controls make the interior both modern and functional. Moving beyond the cabin, let's finally talk power. The dual-motor setup delivers brisk acceleration and composed handling, offering a driving experience that balances excitement with daily usability. But this engineering comes with a cost. The 2026 Model Y Long Range starts around $50,630, with typical builds landing near $55,630, positioning it firmly in the premium EV segment. Competitive set. The 2026 Model Y opens with a sharper, more refined exterior that gives it a poised, confident presence on the road. Updated lighting and sleeker panel lines signal a subtle evolution without changing the familiar silhouette. However, the greatest contrast lies in the cabin, where technology and comfort define the experience. The minimalist interior, quality materials, and advanced touchscreen make daily driving effortless and intuitive. Moving beyond the cabin, let's finally talk power. The dual-motor setup delivers brisk acceleration, smooth handling, and a confident ride, blending performance and practicality with ease. But this engineering comes with a cost, as the Model Y positions itself firmly in the premium segment. Against a competitive set of electric crossovers and performance-oriented EVs offering similar tech and range, the 2026 Model Y stands out for its holistic approach, balancing performance, usability, and access to Tesla's ecosystem, making it a compelling choice for buyers seeking a complete EV package. Value outlook. The 2026 Model Y opens with a sleek, refined exterior that immediately signals both confidence and purpose. Its updated lighting, tighter panel gaps, and cleaner lines give it a modern look without straying from the familiar Tesla silhouette. However, the greatest contrast lies in the cabin, where comfort, technology, and practicality come together. A minimalist dashboard, high-quality materials, and intuitive touchscreen interface make the interior feel polished and functional. Moving beyond the cabin, let's finally talk power. The dual-motor system delivers brisk acceleration and composed handling, while the revised suspension keeps the ride smooth over varied surfaces. But this engineering comes with a cost, as pricing nudges toward the premium segment. Still, when you consider strong performance, generous cargo space, ongoing software updates, and seamless access to Tesla's supercharger network, the 2026 Model Y remains one of the most well-rounded EV SUVs in its segment, offering buyers a compelling blend of practicality and excitement. If you enjoyed this 2026 Model Y review, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more EV insights.